Hi everybody, and today I'm turning myself into She-Hulk from the Avengers comics. So She-Hulk has been rumoured to be coming into the film franchise, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm starting off with the Mehron dark green paint on a Morphe face brush. This is a really dense brush, and I'm covering my entire face, ears and eyes with this shade, making sure I get a really full green coverage, and then working it in down the neck. I'd already braided my hair ready for a wig later on. I'm now going in with the Mehron Paradise paint in white on a small fluffy eyeshadow brush, just to use it as a base on the eyes and to highlight the under eye. And then I'm going back in with that big face brush and blending that out. I've also highlighted down the nose, just on the bridge and the tip, leaving a gap in the middle. And blend, blend, blend. And now, last bit was the Cupid's bow. Going in with the Carnival XL Pro palette from BPerfect Cosmetics and Stacey. I've gone in with shade Envy, which is a dark green shade, and I'm using a fluffy Harry Potter wand brush to do so. This is being put all over into the crease and blended upwards towards the brow bone in a foxy cat eye shape, and then blending the same shade under the eye. And then I'm using shade Lights Out on a small peaches and cream detail brush into the socket. Shade Lights Out is a matte black shade. This is just to deepen that outer corner and blend that into the crease. And doing the same under the eye and blowing that out. I'm going in with the Rodial Beauty Smoky Eye Pen. This is a super black pigmented eyeliner, and just putting that all over the waterline. Then I'm going back in with the Carnival XL Pro palette with shade Ecstasy, which is a neon green shade, and using that on the centre of the lids and into the inner corner. Now I'm going in with the Mehron Paradise paint in light green on a normal kind of paintbrush, crafts brush, and putting that over the highlighted areas on the face again, just to brighten that up, and then blending it back in with that original face brush. I also placed a little bit on the chin just to highlight that area too, and then I've used a little bit of the dark green shade again just to try and get rid of some of the patchiness on the jawline, making sure everything is really well blended and covered. Now I'm going to set the whole face with the RCMA no colour powder. So I'm going in with a dry beauty blender. This is from the Marvel makeup company, and I'm just setting that centre area of my face where I highlighted, and then brushing it away with a Zoe Ayla domed face brush. Going back in with shade Envy, I am now sculpting the face on the cheekbones with an angled face brush, and then I darken this up slightly with the Lights Out shade, which is the matte black. I then contour the forehead and the sides of the nose, and then finally my jawline. Filling in my brows with the Browzings by Benefit and a NYX angled brow brush. And to darken them up, I use the shade Lights Out from the Carnival palette. Now I'm using the Primark 3D Amplified Mascara in black all over the top lashes and the bottom lashes. I have a reference picture to my right hand side which I keep referring to complete this look. I'm going in with the small face brush from Peaches and Cream, which is used for highlighting, and I'm using the shade Fairplay out of the Carnival palette to highlight, which is a gold tone highlight. It just gives that extra pop, and I place that on the cheekbones, on the nose, on the brow bones and the inner corners, and Cupid's bow. I'm using the M.A.C Deep with Envy lipstick, which is a green lipstick now, just to coat the lips, and then I'm getting in with the paint. So I'm using the Mehron paint in black, and I'm just filling in the nostril area because you don't want to see skin tone, and then going back over that green again with the original brush. So I'm adding the black detailing now on the neck, again referring to that reference image at all times, just to sculpt out the neck because it's quite a muscular toned neck, so gotta add in all that detail and sinking in those cheekbones even more and that jawline. And sculpting the nose, and if you put a bit of dark shadow under the lip, it will make it look fuller. So now I've rolled down my top and I'm covering my whole chest, shoulders and upper arm area with green paint, again on that same original brush. This is the Mehron dark green, the original shade we went in with. And I'm using a patting motion to keep applying the paint in quite a thick and not runny consistency. I just use a water spray bottle to make the paint wet rather than dipping my brush into water. This gives a better coverage. This video was actually created for the local news and was shown alongside a news story which I was interviewed for, painted as She-Hulk. This is why I'm making sure all my armpits are a bit like absolutely covered, because it needed to look perfect on screen. I'm really making sure that coverage is full and going over with numerous layers. The best thing about the Mehron paints is they are made with coconut oil and avocado, so they do not crack like other brands, so you can layer them up. So now I am going in with the white Mehron paint, and I'm drawing in the white crop top that the image I'm using of She-Hulk is wearing. I'm taking a small detail brush to sharpen those lines with the green paint. Just correct all the messiness that I'd made. And now I'm going in on the chest area with a dark green eyeshadow in shade Envy, and mixed it with a bit of lights out just to carve out that chest area and the boobs that I do not have and she does. And then I'm filling in all the details on the collarbones and the neck to make it look more muscular, and then I'm carving out those muscles on the shoulders, the biceps and the triceps. I start off with the green tones so that I can darken them later with the black. This bit was done off camera because it was going to be shown on the news and I was just wearing nipple covers, so I had to be careful of what I was showing because this was going to be daytime news airing. This is when I was doing all the detailing on the chest off camera. You can see the concentration on my face, and here we are going in with a small detail brush by Peaches in Cream with the shade Lights Out and darkening all those shadowed areas to create more detailing. So these are creating the hollows in between muscles and give really good appearance of the muscle definition. And then I'm using a clean fluffy brush just to blend those out. I'm doing more chest details at this point on the boob area, just darkening those curves that I'd created. And then I'm going in with that Ecstasy shade from earlier, the bright green neon shade, on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm highlighting now the muscles. So where I've darkened and shadowed, I'm now adding highlights to make it pop and make it brighter in the areas that need to look like they're more forward than the shadows of the muscle. I'm just patting that shading all over. And I'm doing the same on the semicircles where the boobs are. And now I'm going in with the black Mehron paint and just adding even more definition to those shadows with a long liner brush. And then I'm starting to create the seams on the top and adding the creases and the shadows. This starts to give it a more comic book effect and brings the top into 3D. I'm constantly referring to the image of the comic cover I have. And I'm filling in all the details now on the lower portion of the top. Making sure I can cover those nipple covers best I can so they won't be seen as much on the news. This is a different brush, it's a flat but really dense brush, and it creates quite sharp lines to do seams with. This is just from an acrylic paintbrush set. It's quite soft bristles and perfect for body painting. You can buy these from the range. So now I'm outlining that t-shirt crop top. It's a V-cut crop top as well. And then I'm filling in those chest details even more. I'm blending that out with the Envy, the Envy eyeshadow from the Carnival palette. And then I'm going in with some of Lights Out and Vex mixed together and just adding some light shadowing to the t-shirt on a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is just to create more dirt and shadowing to the natural white t-shirt to make it pop and look more real. I also added shadows around the boob area of the t-shirt on the top and underneath the top so that it looked like it was standing away from the body. And now I'm going back in with that highlighter brush that we used earlier and the shade Fairplay again to highlight the muscles. With the slight gold pop to it in certain lights, it really brings the look more 3D. So highlighting the boobs, the collarbones, the shoulders, the triceps and the biceps. And down that chest muscle. And then up the neck. It suddenly all brings the look together when you add the actual highlight. And I'm highlighting the face again. And then with a big face brush, I'm just setting everything in place. And with a smaller Zoeala face brush, I'm just going back in with the Envy shade and blending more of that green tone into the boob area to make it 3D, and then just sharpen up any of those slightly patchier green areas. Type of lashes, so I'm using the duo glue in dark with a set of Tatti Lashes. I think these are the TL1s or they could be TL8s. I've been going through a lot of lashes in this lockdown. They're definitely TL1s. So I'm squeezing them together with my natural lashes, making sure that there is no gap. And then I'm going in with my wig cap. So my wig is from WiWigs and it's not a real hair wig, it is synthetic, but they are heat resistant. And this is the Ombre, I think it's a dark brunette and green, so it's almost black with the greener ends, which is perfect for the She-Hulk look. And that is the look complete. So this is exactly how I appeared on the news a few days later. And the best thing about green paint is it makes your teeth look ultra white. So if you like this video, subscribe, like and comment below and share it with your friends. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok.